Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the AirPod 2 super copies from Pods Bay. I got these a couple days ago. I've been testing them out and seeing how they are, and this is just what I think of them. So these are supposed to be super copies, so they're supposed to be very similar to the real AirPod 2s, which I do not own, so I'm going to be comparing them to the AirPod 1s. So here you can see the box, and you can see that it does not have all the logos, but it does have a very similar back, and the front is very similar, with both of them being slightly raised. Also, another thing to note on the back is that this is not a picture of AirPod 2s because there's no LED in the middle, but these are AirPod 2 super copies. So first we're going to take them out, and we're just going to look in the box, and you can see they both have the little manual that says designed by Apple in California. And then here they are. These are my real ones, which we'll be comparing these two later on. And then here are the super copies, which also come with a charging cable wrapped up just like the real AirPods charging cable was. So there's no hole in the middle of this to help get it out with like there is in the real one, but that's not really a big deal. So now we're going to look at them and compare the markings. So they both have the same markings on the back. Inside the case they have those on the real ones, and on these it is slightly different, but there are still markings there. And we can look underneath the ear cup, there are some markings, and these ones have those as well. So that is pretty close. No one's gonna notice slight differences like that, I feel like. But if you're trying to fool your friends into thinking that you have the real ones, then these might be nice to get. Another thing to note is that the hinge is a little bit weak, or the magnet might be a little bit weak on these, so it does come open a little bit sometimes, but that's only if you shake it around like that. If you drop them on the ground, they might pop out, but yeah, just keep that in mind. The hinge is a little bit weak on these. So these also have wireless charging like the real AirPod 2s. So you set it on the bottom and you can see that it starts charging, and the LED turns orange and this lights up blue. Okay, so now we're gonna try weighing them and see what the difference is. So we're gonna turn this on. Okay, so we're gonna weigh these. They weigh about 33 grams, and the real AirPods weigh about 46 grams. So they are a little bit different, and these are a little bit lighter, but they are still pretty good quality in my opinion. The only issue is the magnet and the hinge. Okay, so if you're curious what version I'm on 12.3.1. So we're going to go to the home screen and we're going to open it up. There is a voice that talks whenever you use these, saying pairing and connecting. And also the first time that you pair these, it is going to say that these are not your AirPods and ask you to hold down the button on the back for a few seconds, and then it will pair. The animation shows the original AirPods, not the AirPod 2s, and the name is AirPods with the capital P, because some people were saying that a lot of the clones don't have that right, but these ones do. So you don't have to take them out to pair, it should just automatically pair. The battery percentages, I think that the case might be accurate after a couple of times of using them, but the earbuds themselves are not, and does not change from saying charging. So now we're gonna test them out with the touch functionality. So I think these are touch sensors, so it's not like a tap. You just have to kind of touch it like that, and I believe that one time is play and pause. So yeah, there you go. One time, and then 2 times goes to the next song. 3 times goes to previous song. So that works for both of them. We got 1. I gotta get grip. So, and then 2, and then 3. So that works really well. And then I believe if you long press on it, then Siri comes up. Yep, works very good. Yeah, there's Siri. Okay, so some stuff people were saying were problems with the i60s, whereas there was a humming whenever you weren't listening to anything, and with these I found that there was no humming whenever you did not have anything playing, which was really nice, because people were saying that it was giving them headaches and it was really annoying. So these do not have that issue. The range on them is 90 meters. They do not have proximity sensors, but there was an error with calling whenever I used them. I could not make calls with them on my phone. They would disconnect, but eventually when they reconnected, it would work with the call, and there was like a lot of static in the background. But my girlfriend, she was able to connect them just fine and use them for calls. So I'm not sure why mine had a problem with it. I have the XS and she has the 8 Plus, I believe. So I'm not sure why hers worked and mine didn't. It might be different versions, but I think hers is on the same version as mine. So I'm not sure why it was having issues with that. Another thing to consider about these is they have about a 20 millisecond lag using the YouTube app, but they do not have any audio lag when using the Safari YouTube. So I know people kept asking about audio lag on some of them, and these do not have that on the Safari, but they do on the app. So altogether, I think these are pretty good clones. I like that they have the logos like this, and I think the quality is pretty nice of them, but the hinge and the magnet being a little weak, in my opinion, it's not as satisfying, but it's not the biggest of deals. I really like the touch functionality. I like that you don't have to press really hard to get it to activate. It's pretty accurate. A lot of the other ones that I've tested out have not been accurate. Okay, so now I have them paired and in my ears, and I'm going to record some audio and include that in the video, just so that way you can see how the mic sounds. But whenever I was making calls with them, there was a humming in the background. It was like a kind of loud humming. So I wouldn't recommend using these for calls. I'd probably just put them away for that. Or if it automatically disconnects, then I would just take them out and make the call like normal. Altogether, I feel like these earbuds are pretty nice. For the price, you're getting a clone of the AirPod 2s, which are newer versions, and so that's why I think they're a little bit more expensive. But it's nice that they have the logos on them and everything. So if you're trying not to get caught using clones, then you're less likely to get caught with these. If you're interested in checking these out, I'll leave a link to the website that I got them from in the description below, and you can use that. And they have these, and they have a couple different other options like the i100s, the i200s, which I have not reviewed yet, but these are pretty nice. They might lower the price of these because they have the i200s listed on there, and they cost currently the same thing as these, so they might do that, but don't quote me. But if you enjoyed watching this video, I hope that you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe share it with someone. But thanks for watching. Peace out.